Yo, what's going on? If this is your first time to the channel, my name is Mo, and this is Wheeled. Alright, so today we are officially taking apart the engine out of my 1988 Mustang GT. If you watch the first few videos, you'll see the whole process of me getting this thing out. But today we start with the disassembly by first taking these heads off. So it might not be a ton of talking in this video. I'm mainly shooting it this way just because this is the way I document how I took this engine apart so that I can watch it later to see how to put it back together, along with some other videos. And as always, I always want you guys' input, your help, your tips, and your tricks. So enjoy. So one question I have is, now that I got the heads off, how do I clean them? I'm gonna try to clean the block myself, but I'm assuming that you wouldn't clean the heads the same way you clean the block, or would you? I don't know, let me know. Alright, so one of the big moments I was waiting on was to get the heads off so I can see what it looks like inside of the cylinder bores. I finally got the heads off, and there is some rust inside of cylinder 1 more specifically. It looks more to be like surface rust, and I say that because I've watched a couple of different channels build engines in similar condition. Most recently I watched the Big Time channel. Y'all can check them out if y'all want. They don't need my endorsement, but they took apart an engine that also has surface rust inside of the cylinder, and they used, a hone to just clean off the surface rust and get some cross hatching and then put it all back together, and it ran, which is essentially what I want to do with this engine. I'm trying to do a very, very low budget rebuild, and by low budget I mean no budget. I just want to use a stone hone, some cleaning products, take it all apart, and obviously get new bearings and stuff where I need them, and put it all back together and pray that it runs. And that might not work at all, or it might. Either way, I'm okay with the outcome. Y'all forgive my face. I tried to get most of the stuff off of the bolts, but I obviously couldn't get all of it off, so some of it was flinging, and I probably should just put on some safety glasses, but squinting is good enough. No, I'm not really. Alright, so here's just on to the lifters, and I pull all of those out with the exception of one. One kinda got stuck. And I told you, if you watched the first video, that the previous owner said that the engine needed lifters, so maybe this was proof of that. I don't know. So next was the oil pump and the pistons. So I got the oil pump off. It's pretty straightforward, and I started to get all the pistons out. I was very careful not to, scratch anything up, because I had to use a crowbar to kind of hit the back of the piston a little bit. I stuck a towel down inside to make sure I didn't scratch any surfaces, but got the pistons out, and I was very careful to make sure I put everything the way that it came out. The bolts are in the same holes they came out of. All the end caps are back on the same pistons they were with. So when I go to put it back together, everything should be together the way it came out of the engine. Alright, so here I was getting the front balancer off, and I forgot to tighten the bolts all the way down before I started to back, the center one out, and I proceeded to rip the threads out of one of the holes. So I'm probably gonna have to get a new balancer, or maybe I can tap the hole. Would that work? If not, I'll probably get a new balancer or just stick 3 bolts in it. At this point, I'm willing to do whatever to get it running. Next is just the removal of the timing cover and the timing set. I'm pretty sure that the timing chain shouldn't have this much slack in it, or is this normal? Let me know. This is a $0 budget build. So the cheaper I can do it, the better. I ain't trying to spend a whole lot of money, and it ain't because I don't want to. It's be real with y'all. This is the realest channel y'all probably gonna watch. I don't got the money like that to spend to get the things that I really want. You know, all that stuff costs a lot of money. I'm trying to save it up, but in the meantime, I gotta do what I can. So if you watched the first video too, the goal was to get this car running by the end of summer. I had kind of moved that date up to the end of August because that's the first Alabama home game, and it'd be dope to drive it to the home game. Now that's kind of ambitious, and to be real, I don't know if that's gonna happen. Seems a little late in the game, but I'm still willing to give it a try. So any tips, advice, tricks, videos, whatever y'all want to share to help me get this thing back on the road, please do let me know in the comments. I'll be down there. I respond all the time. And voila, here it is. Everything is out of the block. It's completely disassembled at this point. So what y'all think? My plan, again, is to get a stone home, try to resurface the inside of these homes, clean the pistons. I had to get new rings, new bearings, clean everything up, and try to slide it all back together. I appreciate y'all watching if you watched up until this point, and I have more updates for y'all on some things that I've been thinking about soon. So I'll holler at you later. Oh, one more thing. If you've been paying attention to the channel, I've started a new series called Wheel to Wheel. That's essentially a series about, you know, car people, their cars, their love for driving. The first episode is up with Diana and her Porsches. Please check it out. I appreciate all the support I've been getting on that video. It's done really well. So I thank y'all again for the continued support, and I'll holler at y'all in the next one. Peace.